What's up, friends? It's the Night Runner. Tonight we're going to discuss 10 ways that you can either improve as a singer, or if you're starting off as a singer, 10 great habits to get into in order to make your journey as a singer as successful as possible for you and your band. Give you a little background. I've been a singer since I was about 13 years old. Started my first band as a bass player and a singer. Joined my second band when I was about 17 and played with on and off sort of the same group of people into my mid-20s. I have one studio project, and my most recent band was doing its thing probably about 2 years ago. Being the lead singer of a band is no easy task. Your body is the instrument and your moods are the effects pedals. That's why it's important to take care of the vessel that produces your sound, that being your body, your vocal cords, your mind, your heart, and your spirit. And I want to get this message out to all of my aspiring singers and all my current singers so you can feel the most confidence during your performances and you can keep doing your thing, because we need more of you out there. We need more great bands. We need more great musicians. That all being said, let's get into it. Let's get into my top 10 tips for singers, courtesy of El Nightrunner. Tip number 1, be sure to warm up. Humming is always a great start to a warm-up. It not only does it open your throat, but it gets the vibrations started in your head that we rely on as singers to know where our voice is at during a performance. You wouldn't jump out of bed and hit the ground running after a night's sleep, would you? Well, why would you do the same thing to your vocal cords? Just like your joints, knees, and bones, your vocal cords are delicate human tissue that takes a little bit of coaxing before you get started. That's why it's super important to make sure that you warm up before performances. Take care of your voice, keep it going for a long time. Tip number 2, if you have the means or the ability, use a vocal coach or vocal trainer or any type of teacher to get you in the know with the techniques of singing. Singing techniques are important. They help you learn to protect your voice. They help you learn to give consistent performances. You'll always sing with confidence if you have your technique to fall back on. Tip number 3, do cardio. I know this won't be my most popular tip out here, and I understand that there are some people out there that may not be capable of doing cardio. However, if possible, I highly recommend it. Breath control is an essential part of singing. It's rumored that the father of Beyonce Knowles used to send her and her siblings out running while singing. And this was to practice breath control. And I'm here to tell you that cardiovascular exercise is the best route to learning great breath control as a singer. Also, think of a boxer. Think about how a boxer's endurance training allows him to fight hard into later rounds of a fight. The same thing goes for a performance. The better conditioned you are, the better you will be towards the end of your performances. Conditioning is the best way to make sure that you're delivering a consistent performance and are able to do it night after night and keep it going throughout the set. Eat right, drink right, baby. This is tip number 4. It's important to make sure that you abstain from acidic foods, dairy products, the day of or anytime near a show. You are what you eat, and your diet allows you to get optimal performance in any endeavor in life. Feel good, you're gonna sing good. Tip number 5, make sure that you can hear yourself. As a musician in a band, it's obviously super important to protect your hearing to make sure that you'll be able to do this for any length of time. That's why it's important to account for your ear protection when you are practicing singing and practicing with your band. For me, I always make sure that I practice at home wearing earplugs, so I'll have a successful practice with my band wearing earplugs as well. It gets me dialed in and understanding how my voice sounds to me while wearing earplugs. But the best solution to this, if you can afford it and if you're able to, is going to be in-ear monitors for any singer. This way, you're not at the mercy of a sound person giving you monitors. You're not at the mercy of your gear, And regardless of how loud your bandmates are, you're going to be able to hear yourself, and your ears are also going to be protected. Tip number 6, find a style that's comfortable for your voice. For me, I sing at a bass level. You can probably hear that I have a fairly low voice. And that's a challenging thing for someone like me who admires singers that are able to hit higher registers. However, every singer has to understand what they sound like. And nothing will fry your voice quicker than trying to sing in a register than what is natural for you. That's why it's important to find a style of singing that works for you. Discover what note range you sing best in, what part of the piano is your wheelhouse as far as range is concerned, and go from there. We all have our heroes, but everyone is different, every singer is different, and there's no reason to be ashamed of your natural register. This was a lesson that took me a long time to learn, and to be honest, I did a lot of damage to my voice trying to sing higher than I was capable of. Sometimes it put me at odds with my craft, but I fell back in love when I found a style that suits my tone of voice, that allows me to shine in my range. Your vocal range doesn't have to interfere with your ability to be creative. Tip number 7, find a visual style. You know, guys and gals, whether we like it or not, we live in a visual world. People hear things differently when they like what they see. We also feel different when we like how we look. When my band Elemental P played for a label, one of the things that we were critiqued on was our uniformity. Now, the people from the label gave us very positive feedback on the sound of our music. It's actually one of my proudest moments, being told by an actual person from a label that I'm a good singer. Literally, their only critique of us was our uniformity. And sure, we rolled our eyes, saying to ourselves, you know, we're here to rock out, not put on a fashion show. But the world judges you with their eyes, and the cold reality of it is that your looks are going to be important. Now, maybe you're like ugly as hell like me, but you can always find a way to compliment yourself with fashion somehow. I don't know. I'm working on it. I didn't say I was mastering these tips. I just said that, you know, they're good tips, okay? Tip number 8, record band practices. Any way you can, really. There's a few options here. I mean, if you have a video camera, that's a great way. Make sure that your mic is turned down and that it can handle loud sounds. For me, and I'm gonna date myself here, I used to use an actual tape recorder. Yeah. That tape recording was always sufficient for me. It allowed me to at least be able to hear what I sounded like, what the band sounded like. And it gave me, a great objective feel for my own music. If you've ever recorded, you've heard the tip that it's good to listen to your music in a car stereo, in the shittiest of conditions that are possible. Same goes for hearing your band as well. You want to hear your band at its worst. It's very important to keep a log of your practices, because, you know, it's one thing to get good, but it's another thing to be able to actually see your progress. Tip number 9, I highly recommend this for rock singers out there, and that is to find inspiration outside of your genre. For me personally, I have been able to turn a lot of R&B hooks into some great metal moments. You're gonna have to take my word for it, and you're going to have to just kind of try for yourself. It'll make you a better songwriter if you can learn to hear other genres and hear the universal traits of what makes a great song regardless of genre. And finally, tip number 10. I mean, if you're a hardcore death metal band and all you do is scream and there's like no melody within your music, which is fine, I dig that shit, but this probably doesn't apply to you. I recommend this for anyone who sings in melody in their band. Learning your songs acoustically will get you in better touch with the song in a more stripped down version. I believe this creates a better appreciation for the song, a better understanding of the song, and it creates more nuance in your performance as well. It's a great way to practice if you're a singer who doesn't play an instrument when you sing at the same time. It's a great skill to learn as well. Being able to play your songs and sing them at the same time, that will only make you a better singer. It will make your singing it will make your vocal lines come in a subconscious sort of way, and getting to know the intricacies of your songs, what everyone plays, will only make for a better performance by the band as a whole. And it'll make you a better frontman, because as the frontman, in a way, you're kind of the conductor, and a lot of conductors out there aren't super familiar with the parts that are going on around them. Learning how to actually play your songs, especially if you're a singer that doesn't play another instrument while singing, will give you a lot better perspective on what your music is all about.
Hey, how you doing? Long Island Larry here. Just a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Don't be a bum coming in here and not hitting the like or hitting the subscribe button. Hit both of those. Do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Links to the artist playing and the music in the background of the video in the links. In the description, I mean. Go Mets.